So I talked to
Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Palace Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Jones.
That's right. I had to do a show with my publisher, and I have to wear a polo shirt, so I wore it over one. I'm not stripping everybody.
God. I was going to say, we're all getting a little worried here.
Right.
Bow, bow.
I figured it was time to break out the camo Lions gear because it's war week.
You guys are horrible.
First things first, we ain't replacing Hutch. We rely on the offense a little bit more and get an NFL competent player taking all those snaps. Amen. I'm not saying we're replacing Hutch. What I'm saying is I think that's going to be a little bit of a galvanizing thing, and yes, it's going to be a growing pain on defense at first because we're going to have to get used to generating that pressure from other sources. But at the same time, we already... Yeah, I believe in Brad Holmes too. And this morning, yes, it is true. He did talk to Drew Rosenhaus and Martha, whatever her name is, the agents for Reddick. And the fact that there isn't a deal done tells me they're not willing to let Reddick play under the same contract as a prove-it deal. So, because if they were willing to accept a 2026 third rounder in compensation for Reddick, I think the deal would have been done by 1 o'clock.
Reddick's not willing to play on that deal.
Who says that's even? See, this is speculation, and speculation is very bad for that kind of. Who knows if the Lions are even asking for that? They could be trying to get everything that they want to make. You got to remember something. The Jets have to give us a second round draft pick to Philadelphia if they trade him to the NFC. So that might be what's keeping these talks, faltered. I don't think it has anything to do with contract. We can give him the money to pay him. We can give them a draft pick to compensate, but I don't know if they want to give up a second one unless they're trying to give up like maybe 2/3 in the next 2 years or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to knock around that, but just because it doesn't get done in a day doesn't mean it's not going to get done. One, and two, they got other options too that they can look at. So, like I said, I trust in Brad Holmes. I'm not speculating on nothing. And Dan Campbell needs to shut up too, because dude, I don't care what you think you need. Okay, you get input, but Brad Holmes is the guy that brings home the bacon. You don't. You are the ones that coach him up. That's all you do. He keeps getting down there talking about, well, we want this guy and we want this guy. I don't care what you want, Dan. Your job is to coach. Your job is not to get players. You have input, yes, but your job is to coach these players. So I don't want to hear that from him either. He gets on my nerves with that a bunch of times too. But anyway.
Yep.
No, I went on my rant.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm sure that that's something that Brad Holmes would have said. Because he's not that guy to sign players from outside the organization for a huge amount of money. We haven't seen it yet. I'm not saying he won't do it. I'm saying we haven't seen it yet with guys he traded that haven't played a down on this team. The guy didn't go to camp, and he didn't play a down all damn season. So you don't even know if he'll be the same player at 30.
This is true. However, when Brad Holmes took this job, the first thing he said is, whatever he can do to make this team better, he's going to do. People keep forgetting that.
And he also said, I don't do big splash signings or trades.
No. He might have said that. He might have even sideways said that. But the first thing he said when he took control of this team was that he's going to do anything he could possibly do to make this team better. I don't care what he said after that. Well, the first thing that comes out your mouth when you get into an organization is what you're going to do. So all that other extra credit, you're just going based on what the last 3 years has been like. But we haven't had a situation where we lost a star player on our defense. So you got to remember that. That's like if Minnesota lost Justin Jefferson, which they did last year. So, I mean, you can't replace nobody of that kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying he's being replaced. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
But you got to come close to it. You got to get some kind of nickel and dime for it. I mean, you can get a 50-cent piece for $1. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, it won't be Hassan Reddick. That's what I'm feeling. Because it turned around 3 o'clock this afternoon that another source says they're close to a deal with the Browns for Zadarius Smith for a 4th rounder. That was at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
And they might not do that one either.
I hate the Zadarius Smith one just because he's been quite injury prone, and you're going to have to give up draft capital for him. And Hassan Reddick, I don't see coming over because earlier this week he came out when he switched agents. There was a deal in place to get him back on the field that would have paid him drastically more, and he decides to say, no, I don't want that. He wants more guaranteed money. He wants a deal in the range of Brian Burns and Josh Allen.
The market's not there.
Which he deserves.
Up for the truck.
Bike market's all over.
I'm about to say he
same
doesn't
time,
deserve that.
You're gonna if you guys pick up, Smith, he's gonna quit on you just like he did on the Vikings, just like he did on the Packers. There's a pattern, there's a history. Waste a draft pick, get a half-ass player that's not going to give you 100%.
If you can get him to buy in for just the rest of the part of this year, he will be a good pass rusher for him. But it's going to just be short windows you get him for.
Yeah, and that's the same with Minnesota. We had flashes in the pan where I thought he was the greatest pickup ever. And then the next week he came out and he's like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, and it was horrible.
But you can say that about anybody. We had 3 games last year where Hutch didn't do anything and Lions fans were going ballistic over it. People have lulls from one game to the next. It happens.
It's right not now, a lull with him. It's a straight up, I give up, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And Ken can attest to this because he watched him for 3 years in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, believe me, I loved him the first year. Loved him.
But at the same time, let's get back on track here. What I do know is the Lions already signed somebody off of the Bengals practice squad. He practiced with the first string today and had a good look at the bull rush in Isaiah Thomas. The funniest thing about him is that pick that Cleveland used to pick him in 2019 was traded to him by the Detroit Lions to get backup quarterback David Blau.
Interesting.
He came off of Cincinnati, though, didn't he?
Yeah, he finished his 4 years there and was let to be a free agent. He was picked up on the practice squad for Cincinnati. He played one game this season. 15 snaps. He had 9 total tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery. So if we're getting production out of a nobody from
So
somebody
why
else,
was he on the practice squad?
he was there because their starters are better than him, and he'll be a rotational piece here.
Wasn't so he took out one of the starters hurt? That's what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he played that one game for 15 snaps, had 9 total tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery.
We'll see.
What do you guys think about getting number one? He's on the IR and untradeable.
Right, this is our grade.
Yeah.
And he's on the
he's on
8-week
you can't-
IR, so he won't
you
even
can't trade
be
him.
back, and he won't even be back in time to be traded.
Yeah, you can't trade a person on IR anyway.
And I agree with James Burgess. None of the guys available replaces Hutch. We don't need to panic in Overbay. Although if Miami or Jacksonville goes into dump for picks mode, yes. And that's the other one that's on the table that I think is the best option for us. Because how crazy would this be? It's not Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen is not performing to his second contract. It's Trayvon Walker, the guy that was picked just before Aiden Hutchinson, who's actually having a little bit of a resurgence year, but yet has not lived up to that first pick billing that the Jags had. And you might be able to get him for like a day 3 pick in the next draft and a day 2 pick in a future draft. I'm saying like
we still got he's still on his rookie contract though, so we have to pay him and Hutch.
Guaranteed part of that money stays on the Jags bill.
Talking about the future, though, is what he's saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying, the future.
But you're getting him with no expectations this year, and you can tell him, hey, we're going to pick up your 5th-year option, but you got to prove it to us in year 4 that you want to be here and play with us. And then you automatically get your guy for opposite Hutch. And if Hutch comes back healthy, he gets his extension immediately.
I'm going to put it to you this way. The Lions ain't going to do nothing until they see that defense needs help. They are going to play Minnesota with what they got. If they do good against Minnesota, they're going to go to the next game. And they play that game and they do good, they're going to go to the next game. If they do good and play that game and they win all 3 of these games on the road and they go in the trade deadline, they ain't getting nobody.
The trade deadline is in week 9, right?
Right. It's right. Yeah.
We only got 2 games. We only got 2 games then prior.
No, we got 3. Minnesota. We got Minnesota, Green Bay, and
this is week 7. We got week 8, and
we got the Titans. No, we got Minnesota, the Titans, and Green Bay. The trade deadline is on the 5th of November.
Right.
That's a Tuesday. We play Green Bay on the 3rd.
Okay. See, I don't like the fact they moved it. It used to be right after week 8. They keep moving the needle on shit every year, and it screws everything up.
Well, that's because they keep putting games in.
No, but we've had this for 2 years, and they didn't move it. And this year they say, well, let's move it a week.
Well, that's because owners and players are crying about it.
It's all about the money at the end of the day.
Crosby is off the table, Orlando, if you paid attention to Mark Davis's interview yesterday.
Yeah.
Mark Davis says, I'm not getting rid of Crosby for 2 first picks and more.
Crosby was never on the table.
Right. He was never on the table.
He has a damn Vegas logo tattooed on his ass cheek. I don't think.
Yeah, he's got a big Raiders tramp stamp now. He ain't going anywhere.
He's branded.
You know what, though? Max Crosby is the epitome of a Raider player, though.
Yep.
Yeah, Crosby's not coming. I don't stand it. What's all that noise?
Wow. Yeah, what is that?
What the hell's going on? Somebody's preparing something in the kitchen? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Not there.
Devon Doom?
The
culprit.
You little bitch.
It's Von Doom.
The fuck it was. I had my shit muted when that shit was going on, buddy.
I love you.
Mike already showed us.
It It was his wife in the
Yankees.
I
kitchen.
muted Villain and
Yeah,
it
his
wasn't going.
wife in the kitchen. I told you there's something going on in the kitchen.
Oh,
Hey, I'm fucking fat. I want to eat. Leave me alone.
Hey, I
all
feel
right.
you, brother.
Bob, the
So
meatloaf. We want it now.
I do want to talk about the fact that this injury report of the Vikings that came out today. Somebody's washing machine broke Patty Grimes.
Oh, jeez.
So Blake Cashman has turf toe. He's not going to play this week. More than likely, he misses multiple weeks because that injury tends to linger on more than 1 week. Caleb Evans is out with his hip. Patrick Jones II is out with a shoulder. Aaron Jones is not playing. He has a hamstring. And Harrison Phillips with his shoulder. TJ Hawkinson, they just activated his 21-day window, so he's limited and will not be playing. And nor will Dalton Risner, who has not been activated from his 21-day window yet either.
He just
So
got he
That's
got
done.
activated earlier.
no. He got put to the 21-day activated window last week on the bye week. He's still on it this week.
Oh, okay.
He was limited in practice. I got your injury report right in front of me.
Hang on. Let me call KOC real quick and find out.
Yeah, go ahead. I
It's
know
too
you got
early
him
for
on
that.
speed dial.
Too early for jokes, Patty. Come on now.
Oh, man, that's bad. Jared Goff and Sam Darnold both in MVP talks. Winner of this game is MVP candidate for the season. 100%. I agree with that. So, with all that being hurt, what's their point in keeping Crosby? He's the one reason why free agents will want to go there. That's why.
Yeah.
I think
That
it's
and
the
fact-
most brilliant thing that Mark Davis has ever done in his career.
Plus, they got Tom motherfucking Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady's a part owner now. That was approved. So Tom
I
Brady
saw
gets
some.
to print. But here's the crazy thing about Tom Brady. Now he can no longer go into locker rooms. He can no longer do personal interviews with players after this week or any of that because he is a part owner in the NFL or it's considered collusion.
That's right.
That's got to make the preparation for the broadcasting a hell of a lot harder.
Right, because everybody else has to do everything and he has to sit there in the booth go, well, that's nice.
Yeah, he can't criticize officials. He can't do any of that stuff. Can't do that. Can't say that's a bad call. Fine.
Yeah, you guys can call it dumb for the Raiders. I think it's the smartest thing Mark Davis has done in his tenure as an owner and part GM.
And Mark Davis loves Max Crosby. They drink bourbon together. They smoke cigars together. They talk about cars together. He is one of his best friends now.
And if you don't laugh at all the bad luck the Lions have had, you've cried. Well, I've done both. I've laughed so hard I cried at how bad this team was before.
I think I remember seeing something that Brady might handpick their quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, because as soon as the season's over, he's able to do scouting and all that stuff and all the stuff any owner has a chance to do. But that being said, what do you think of that injury report, Von Doom?
He's going to look for the next Tom Brady.
I still think that the Vikings win this game.
You would. Mike Johnson.
I made sure, but I put money on the Lions.
Oh, we're winning.
You've never won a game that I bet on.
I know, but I bet on it first. And we've won every game I bet on.
All right, it's in Minnesota. The line is even. It's going to be kind of a redemption game after Hutch got hurt. I think I'm going to go with the Lions by 3.
Well, see, the line's not even. They're giving the Vikings 2.5.
Like, that's nothing. That's because of their home team.
Yeah. It's too even of a line.
Bistrella, what do you think about that injury report?
It's actually underline. I mean, Aaron Jones is going to be – I mean, for the Lions defense, that's something less that they have to worry about. But That's going to hurt Minnesota a little bit because when they have Aaron Rodgers on their team too, their offense is flowing.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Then you get
Don't you dare jinx us with that bullshit.
Aaron Jones. Whatever. Anyway, but they got Cam Akers. Why did you guys sign Cam Akers? Come on.
Wait. Here's the funny thing. They offered Cam Akers an extension and they lowballed him, and he said, "Screw this shit. I'll be a free agent." He goes to the Texans for more money, and they trade him away for a 7th-round pick. That's a slap in the face to Cam Akers. You better hope it makes him angry enough to prove to the Minnesota they should have paid him. But in all actuality, there's a chance it makes him so mad he falls on his face and plays bad because of it.
It's the same. I mean, but it's the same thing that happened when he was with the Rams, though. The Rams cut his ass loose, and he signed with Minnesota. What do you do with Minnesota?
They traded
Mike,
him
tell me what they did with Minnesota.
He was actually half-ass decent until he, got hurt. I mean, he's a good receiving back out of the backfield, and he had decent stats. But the fucked up part is that the Texans signed him to a league minimum. The Minnesota offered him $200,000 less. He went to Texas, and now he come back. Like JB said, for a 7th-round draft pick. I would be livid right now.
With both teams.
Yeah.
I'd be mad at both teams. Number one, for Minnesota not thinking I'm worth more than a 7th pick, and number 2, for the Texans trading me back to Minnesota. What do you think about that, Ken?
Oh, the injury report sucks, but it's what I tried to warn Vikings fans about with Aaron Jones. He's a top 5 back when he's healthy, but the issue is it's when he's healthy. And he usually misses about 6 games a year on average.
If Orlando would have been paying attention, I read the fact that Hawk just got activated to his 21-day window. He is not playing. He's not on the 53.
Pay attention, Orlando.
Yeah.
But anyways, Will, what do you think about it?
That's a big injury report, especially a handful of guys on the defense. Oh, it's gonna be a hard-fought game because divisional games go like that, even though they are missing Aaron Jones, who helps their offense roll. But like I said, it's a divisional game. It could go either way, but yeah, I'll give my score prediction on Friday.
Pussy.
All right.
Hey,
The villain.
that's the Lions fan cave chat for a reason to give score prediction.
Honestly,
Orlando says
Oh
I'm
my
staring
God,
at
Orlando.
man titties. I'm bad.
What did he say?
Keegan,
And that's it.
what do you think of that injury report? I was asking about the injury report, and everybody started making game predictions.
yeah, I think the loss of Aaron Jones is gonna hurt him a little bit because outside of him, I think the next best back is Cam Akers, and that's step below from Jones. And plus, you're losing a bunch of guys on defense. You're losing one of your inside linebackers and some of your D line. If you're losing a linebacker, your run game isn't going to be great.
Amen, Keegan.
Good point.
We have a linebacker who's going to step right up in his place. That's played great for us all year.
Who's that?
I knew you'd ask me that.
Isn't it the rookie? The rookie is the rookie playing last year's?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Ivan Pace?
No, not Pace.
Dallas
Pace is going to be the reason why Jahmyr Gibbs shouldn't run up the middle because he's dirty as fuck.
He ain't dirty. Shut up. Go back to bed.
He is, and I love it.
You're talking about Gruger Hill?
Gruger Hill, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hill, yeah.
Yep.
And Mike, I'm being honest, man. Ivan Pace Jr. is dirty as hell, and I love it.
I'm glad you love it, but he's not dirty. He plays within the confines of the rules of the NFL commissioner.
As
like
does
Kirby.
Kirby Joseph, who's never been fined for any hit he put on those tight ends.
was just about to say that too. Just because you ain't got fined, don't mean you ain't dirty.
That's right. If you ain't fined, you ain't dirty. It's within the confines of the NFL rules.
Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
skipping.
Don't get mad at him because he's playing 100% all-out football.
Right.
There's a very few guys that do that, and Branch and Kirby both play with that reckless abandonment while tackling. I love it.
Cautious, reckless abandon.
Yeah, cautious. Anal zone. What? Oh, Anzalone. I thought you said anal zone.
Yes,
No,
anal zone, exactly.
Patty, you're
Talk about
great
playing with
because
reckless abandon.
that
Patty,
being
did you
said,
hear that
there was
game?
a ton of signings around the league, but what I do have to report is they said that Isaiah Thomas at practice today was showing the bull rush up against Decker and Sewell. He didn't
Ooh,
get a sack, but he was shoving them back. And that is huge because we don't have that big bull rush guy like Davenport was.
Davenport's a glass bitch.
That may be, but maybe this guy can fill in and be that role a little bit on the team.
So, dude, I'm telling you, not even just because I want draft picks. Aziz Ojulari would fit your team long term.
Yeah, they
And
were
he's only
talking
Yeah,
23
about
years
that. That
old.
was one of the trades they were talking about too.
Dude, the past 2
I,
weeks since Hutch got hurt, he got to start. He's
uh-huh.
got 3 sacks, 11 pressures, 2 tackles for loss, and a total of 9 total tackles.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting him.
And he's
What
23
about
years old.
dude?
who's that?
Aziz Ojulari.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He's another one that I said that I would love to give up like a late day 2, early day 3 pick for.
But you
Bandun,
guys
you
had a very
know,
good year.
I
All right,
was
well,
preaching Ojulari before things turned into places.
Say that again?
You got that one right, Philip. I absolutely love Davenport for that to this day.
You know that I was preaching Ojulari before any of this started turning, so
Oh, me
with
too. I actually like the guy a lot.
You're funny, broski bear. Gotta give it to a Bear fan.
So you're seeing?
Isaiah Thomas is a defensive end in the league that joined in 2019, sir. And we're not talking about him or his son, the basketball player.
There's a lot of Isaiah Thomases, basically.
Yeah, it's a very common name.
There's an Isaiah Thomas in hockey, actually.
That's why I'm glad I have the most unique name ever.
Yeah.
You know, as much crap as
Right.
everybody wants to talk, you know what? The NFC North is the most dominant division in football. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 1 through 4 in point differential. Number 1 is the Vikings. Number 2 is the Lions. Number 3 is the Bears. Number 4 is the Packers. You can't be that good through 5 weeks without. There hasn't been a loss in the division since week 3.
How many division games have you guys had though?
One.
There was one, and that's why they are in the basement of the division right now because they've got the only divisional loss.
Hey, it depends on what
How you look at it.
news source you're looking at, because NFL.com and ESPN have them ranked ahead of the Bears.
But
Which I don't know why. The Bears are a way better team.
right, number 1, the very first rule of the tie breaks in a tie is divisional record, and at 0-1,
Yep.
bye-bye.
Wait till the Bears play anybody from the
I
division.
know
Bears
it.
have playing teams, buddy.
No,
And
they
Caleb's
played a
got
bunch
better
of,
every game.
and
Oh.
that's because they played a bunch of bad teams in a row. The Panthers and the Jags. That's like getting 2 NFL bye weeks back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Playing a couple
you know what? That
preseason
maybe is
games.
true, but you guys are going to play them too. And if your quarterbacks don't have ratings higher than Caleb, I'm going to shit all over every single one of
Yep.
them every time.
Okay.
We don't pay the Panthers or the Jags because guess what? We don't have a second place schedule.
A bottom.
Oh wait, the Jags come here. I forgot.
He tried to. He just didn't have the heart.
Yeah, we played the AFC South this year.
Oh,
We got
we don't
Houston,
play the
Indianapolis.
but we
Huh?
don't play the Panthers.
Right. Same thing.
Nope.
You got to be a last place team to play the Panthers.
There's high school teams that are playing the Panthers.
Bishop Sycamore could beat the Panthers right now. How the fuck did the Raiders lose?
A PAL team can beat the Carolina Panthers.
Because Andy Dalton got a new supply of hymns right before that game.
Yeah, but he fired all those bullets in one game and they haven't won since.
Yeah.
Don't be making fun of the old Red Rider.
Hey, the old Red Rocket shot all that wad in one game.
That's all right. He took some Viagra. He's coming back with a vengeance this week.
Okay.
They're talking about starting Bryce because they don't trust him.
That's when you know it's bad, when Bryce Young can get started over you again.
Oh, you know what? No, Bryce Young is going to get multiple chances there because he was that first overall pick.
Yeah.
You know what I think about either one of those quarterbacks? I'm glad they don't play for any of our teams.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I will say the Panthers did this right. They didn't draft C.J. Stroud, so they didn't ruin that man's fucking career.
Amen.
Yep.
All right. Saints beat the Panthers 47-10. Browns, Dolphins rolled the Jags. Bears have beat one-win teams and lost versus anyone else. And lost to a one-win team. Don't forget that. They lost. God.
But they're
They
4-2.
barely beat the Rams, who were more injured than when we played them.
You'll barely beat the Rams.
And they had more players on their defense in that game than they had versus the Bears.
But the point of the matter is, we can sit here and joke about the Chicago Bears all you want, but they're still 4-2.
Yep.
And
Amen.
playing good ball.
I
They're
didn't
playing
say
And
they
that
weren't.
defense is legit.
I wouldn't say legit, bro.
I'm gonna tell you
How many-
something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. These division games coming up in our division are gonna show the
be
men
brutal.
from the boys.
Yep.
They're definitely gonna do that. And you can sit here and talk about like Minnesota's 5-0. I respect that to a point. I told you I'm not gonna do anything until they beat the Lions, but whatever the case may be. But all division games are tough in the first place. Whoever we play.
I think Montez Sweat is bitch made. He hasn't had a sack till he played hurt O-line. Fine. You want to go there? I'll go there. You know, because he didn't have a sack till he played Indy, who was missing a backup, playing a backup guard and a backup right tackle on the same side of the field. That's his side. Up against LA, we know their entire O-line's a mash unit. In Jacksonville, their O-line's been more porous than a fishing net with holes in it.
All you got to do is say boo to Sunshine, and he'll throw an interception. Like
that cocksucker. I hate Sunshine with a passion. Cost me $400,000 on a $5 bet because he didn't know how to throw to a wide open Tank Bigsby and threw into triple coverage to have the ball batted away. Cocksucking motherfucking dick licking not worth the $55 million quarterback.
That's how I feel about the Lions when I bet, JB.
Hey,
now
tell me how.
Now you know that
tell
hate
me
is
how-
justified.
Tell me how you really feel, JB. God damn.
Sunshine only has his long hair like that because he looks good in the maid outfits at Diddy parties.
Jesus Christ.
Did I miss any topics?
JB was saying how you were upset that you didn't get invited to the Diddy party.
All right, Rosie.
Jeremy was just talking about his last
attack.
Oh, damn.
Goodbye. I'm done.
What?
As soon as he went to a personal attack, I'm done.
Who?
Roasty.
What did he say?
Yeah.
Jeremy, pipe down your your early season results. Without Hutch, you're toast. The Bears are going to maul you, and thanks it, and shut your cracker jack mouth up.
Oh, damn.
That's annoying. I hate people.
My wife
like
just
that.
cringed. JB, your mouth. I don't care. If somebody cost me $400,000, I'm gonna pitch them out.
There you go. I figured that's what it was.
Someone went off on Jeremy the other day, and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I'm done with it. You want to do personal attacks? You're gonna get the fuck out of my chat.
Exactly.
All right, it is time to talk about the weekly Pick Ems now. Let's have some fun, boys.
We're not going to talk about the trades today?
What trades? Oh, the fact that Cooper went to the
Amari
Bills, that's a great
Cooper.
trade, and Devontae Adams. Ooh, he went to the Jets. Shocker.
Wah, wah.
Hey,
You really think that Devontae Adams going to the Jets is going to fix that line?
no.
Hell
That's
no.
what I said. That's what I said. I said
Jesus Christ!
everybody, oh, they got Devontae Adams. All these people on Facebook all excited about him. Like, I don't know why you're excited about it because Aaron Jones ain't going to be able to see him. He's on his back half the time. So what the hell are you talking about?
Aaron Rodgers. Hey,
Aaron
once
Rodgers,
again,
see now?
boy, I'm a fuck. What the fuck's wrong with you, B?
I hate Aaron's. Okay, that's what it is. I have
Okay.
this hate for Aaron's. It's a deep set hate, I guess.
First up,
Is
we got.
Go ahead.
First up, we got Thursday night football. Denver at New Orleans. Is anybody picking New Orleans at this point? Because they're falling apart fast.
I'll pick them.
No.
Do they even have a wide receiver right now?
Are they in Denver
No,
or are they in New
Olave.
Orleans?
They're in Saints. They're
Baba
they're
means.
playing in,
I'm gonna
Olave
I'm
is
gonna take-
out
I'm gonna-
and Shaheed needs surgery.
Yep.
And they
That-
won't know
that-
they won't know
Bob
the extent of the
means-
surgery until they're in there. If it's going to be a trimmer, they're going to have to do a complete rebuild.
Michael Thomas is a free agent. They could bring Slant Boy back.
they still got Kamara. They still got Hill.
That means Bob means.
Taysom Hill is
the
out.
number one.
Hill,
Oh,
yeah, I was
Taysom
gonna say
Hill.
Hill's
Damn.
out.
I just got that update on Sleeper. I got to put Colby Parkinson in. God damn it.
Yeah, I got Broncos.
Okay,
Oh, wait a
so
minute.
Von Doom, who
Hold
you
up,
taking?
hold up now. Y'all want to talk about how you got Denver and it's easy. Patrick Surtain is not playing. He's out. That's
I'm still
corner.
taking Bo Nix over Spencer Rattler.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Same.
What do you got, Michael Johnson?
I'm taking the Saints.
Be Strilla?
Mike, I used to think you were smart, Mike.
Well, I guess we're both dumb because I'm taking the Saints too.
I didn't think you were, Dick.
Oh!
I'm not a Giants fan, so you know.
I know, you don't know what it's like to be a winner.
All right,
You
the
obviously
bearded
don't know
Homer.
what it's like to be a winner lately either.
Let's move on. The bearded Homer.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one just because I trust their defense a hair bit more without Surtain.
You're going New Orleans?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Was your cheese moldy?
Broncos.
The dude was in a Vikings, outfit earlier, walking, across the street.
what I thought was crazy is he was taking a little girl who was wearing a Dak Prescott jersey to the Lions watch party. It was great.
Yeah.
Fucking Ken.
There ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, that's what I'd say too, bro.
I got Denver.
I'm taking Denver as well. I like Bo Nix better than Rattler. New England at Jacksonville for the toilet bowl of the week. Who you taking, Keegan?
Crapsonville.
You're taking Craftsonville? You're going to give them their second win? Wow, that's bold. Will.
Jacksonville wins 3-2. Because this
And
game
trying
sucks.
not to laugh.
Oh, well, since it's me, I'm gonna say that I'm not even gonna say New England's gonna win. I'm gonna say Jacksonville loses the game just because of how bad they suck. And Doug Peterson's gonna be the second coach getting fired coming off the plane from England.
You're hearing a wife who's cooking. That's what you're hearing, Orlando. I can almost smell the food from here.
You know what's messed up is I kind of can too.
Well, there's some
Pete?
fat people, man.
Who are you taking in this game?
I'm taking Jacksonville because London is their home.
They just lost in London, didn't they?
Yep.
They're
Yeah,
6-6, though.
they're 6-6, and they're actually 2-1 in Tottenham. They have a losing record at Wembley Arena.
And you think New England's that good?
No,
just
I
need
think
to-
Jacksonville's that bad.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
take
Mike
the
Johnson.
I'll take the worst over the worst. Worst
Who you
1A
taking
and
in
worst
this one?
1B.
Maine is starting again, isn't he?
Yeah, Drake
Yep.
May
Yeah.
is starting again.
And who's the home team in England?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Crapsonville.
Oh my God! I'm gonna take.
They got them at 5.5.
I'm gonna take New England. Just I think Drake Main's gonna actually have a decent game, have a kind of a breakout, come to Jesus moment. 17-10.
Von Doom.
Well, considering Travis Etienne is going to be out this week, and I don't trust Evan Ingram to actually be Evan Ingram every week, I'm going to go with the Patriots and Drake May.
I agree. I took New England. Seattle at Atlanta. Seattle's on a 3-game slide. DK Metcalf is at odds with Geno Smith and his 6 personalities. Who you taking there, Von Doom?
Oh, I am going with Kirk O'Chain because fuck Geno Smith.
And that's why I went to him first. All right, Mike Johnson, who you got?
Oh, I'm right with them, man. Kirko is playing good ball. I hate to see him go, but I love to see him having a good time over in Atlanta. So I'm taking Atlanta in an absolute blowout, 42-17.
As long as those 17 points are all canine, I'm good.
Hey, you know what's funny? Is it probably will be a blowout. It's a 1:00 game, and Kirk always shines at 1:00.
Mm-hmm.
Bistrilla.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kirk Chains too, because as Leonard, I do not like Geno Smith, and I like to pick against Geno Smith whenever.
So if there was one person in the world I could punch in the mouth, it'd be Geno Smith.
Same.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first
Same.
time this happened to
He
him.
killed my Clemson Tigers. I will never
Joe
forget.
Sebastian did bring up one good point. You can time Drake May's release with a sundial.
Oh, that's great.
You're not wrong. He does have a long windup, but goddamn,
Yes,
does he have a cannon?
Yes, he does. So Ken, who are you taking?
Oh, remind me of the teams again. I stroked out getting
Sea
into
Chickens versus the Kirk O'Chain.
Yeah. I'm going Dirty Birds all day in this one.
All right. Well,
Motherfucker, you hit a
I
dab
hate
and
both
fucking
these
fell out.
teams. I hate both these teams, but I'm going for the fail cans.
This is my comic relief today, you know.
Fuck Eugene Cyril Smith. I'm taking Falcons.
Yes,
I took the
sir.
fail
Call
cans
him
as
by
well.
his legal name.
I took the fail cunts as well.
But think the real birds.
Titans at Buffalo. Is anybody taking the Titans to get their 2nd win of the season?
Not a fucking chance.
Fuck no.
No way in hell.
All right. On to the next one. Oh, it's toilet bowl number 2, and this one's for bottom of the AFC North. We got Cincinnati at Craplin. Who you taking, Von Doom? Cincinnati or Cleveland?
Did Deshaun Watson go to prison yet?
No.
No.
Then I'm
No,
taking
they-
Cincinnati.
They acquitted him.
The Browns ain't winning a fucking game with him at quarterback.
That's right.
Yeah, they actually did. They settled out of court and dropped the criminal charges. There will be no charges filed on Deshaun Watson.
Dude, how many times can you sexually assault people and get away with it? Now, next to Diddy gets
Evidently
fucking,
24 times because he's done
25.
it.
Dude, even so, if we hear that Diddy gets off next, I swear to God, this country is a fucking joke. It should be nuked.
I'm not going to go that far.
Oh, wow.
I was with you on the first half of that statement. The second half lost me that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not agreeing with that statement at all. Thanks, Joe Biden.
You went total traitor on that one there, Von Doom.
Whoa. Did you just call me Joe Biden?
Yeah, I did.
Wait, which one was that? Because whoever it is, I'm going to come wherever the fuck you are sometime this summer and kick your fucking ass.
Hey, Mike.
Fucking Mike, wasn't it?
You want my ad? Hey, you want my ad?
I
You want my
I gotta
address?
come to Texas and visit somebody anyway.
No harm, no foul. Am I right? Yeah. It's just words. Let's go,
Baby
Brandon.
That's the fucking fighting words, man.
Let's go where to the fucking
Okay,
nursing
Mike
home?
Johnson, who you taking between Cincinnati and Kraplin?
I'm taking Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's got to get out this funk sooner or later, and this is the game that he's gonna have a breakout game. Hey,
and James Burgess brings up a good point. Look how long it took to arrest P. Baby Oil millionaire Diddy. Pistrella, who you think?
Ooh. After
Cincinnati.
you guys make your picks, I got to comment on that.
Oh, you're taking Cincinnati. Okay, Packer Ken.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll take Cincinnati too. I don't like either of the teams.
Neither do I. Well,
Cincinnati.
All right.
Okay, now can we
Keegan.
comment on that? Oh,
Keegan
made a pick. Where is he?
Who you taking?
Where the fuck is Keegan?
Honestly, Miles Garrett is going to get to Joe Burrow, and Gus is back for Cleveland. That's fun. Trout is back, so who knows? Since
He hasn't practiced yet, though. He was activated, but he has yet to practice.
Since his
Chubbs.
run defense isn't great, so I got to take Kraplin.
I took Cincinnati.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on.
Go
Let me
ahead.
make my comment first. Now,
Go
that
ahead,
baby oil thing with P. Diddy, I'm telling you this, the only reason that even came out is because that was the same day that 23andMe was bought in by BlackRock that now have access to 7 million people's DNA.
Hence why I never got any of those type of ancestry tests. That's what I was exactly worried about.
Yep.
Same here.
I know exactly where the fuck I come from. I didn't need to do that shit.
Mm-mm.
That's for all them.
Why? My family like to fuck a lot. I'm a butt. I don't care. I'm American.
All right, we're gonna skip a game because the Bears are on the bye, so we're gonna skip that and talk about Miami going
They're
to
gonna
Indy.
lose.
The Bears are on the bye. That's perfect for Caleb Williams.
Lenny, Kirby B, yes sir. By the way, I believe he is finishing your ornament tonight.
Yep. Residence poured on him. I just need the address and then the Hardy.
What are they gonna do with your DNA anyways? I don't know, but BlackRock might try cloning people because they do all sorts of illegal shit.
Uh-huh. And the entire staff,
It's so illegal we know.
The CEOs, the entire upper echelon quit at the same time, too.
It's so illegal we know.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if random DNA shows up at random places you never were.
Right. Miami at Indy. Who you got, Keegan?
It's the best of I got to take the Fins.
You just took the Dolphins?
All right, yeah, ornaments. Yep. Gotcha.
Ornaments.
Will Vogel, are you taking the Dolphins or the Colts?
Joe Flacid led Colts.
Anthony Richardson starting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's starting.
Oh, okay. Still Colts somehow.
Yeah, we know Tua's not back, so they honestly don't have anybody. But anyways,
Tua. Did you hear that? Did you see that tweet earlier in the week where somebody said who's going to take the play calls when Tua's going to come make the call, and then Hill goes, "Well, who's going to make the one right after the first one?"
Oh.
Right. All right, Ken. Who do you got?
Damn.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the Dolphins. I don't trust the Colts for shit. They lost to Jacksonville.
Good point. Bistrella.
Yeah, they might have lost to Jacksonville, but I'll take the pantsy ass Colts.
Mike Johnson.
I'm going with the Colts as well. Fins are a shamble of a team right now. They don't even know which way's up.
I'm going with the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's supposed to be back this week.
Right. Jonathan Taylor's back. Anthony Richardson starting, and I'm not saying that is a good thing. I still think the Colts win despite of Anthony Richardson. All right. We got. Oh, I got to skip that one too. That Von Doom's team. All right.
They're going to lose.
I don't have to skip that one, Von Doom? You don't have to save it for last? Are you
Nope.
taking Philly?
I am 100% taking Philly. Andrew Thomas, our left tackle, is out for the season. He broke his foot in the first quarter of the game with he had to go get that Linfrac surgery or whatever, but considering he played the whole game. I expect the Eagles to whoop our ass, even though we have a top 10 defense. Our offense is going to be off the field so goddamn quick. Daniel Jones is going to have another broken neck, and the Eagles are going to drop 30 on us.
Is
Well,
Cooper
they'd have to
DeJean
score
gonna
in the
get a
first.
pick?
Wait. They'd have to score in the first quarter to do that, which they haven't done through 5 games already. So I don't trust them to do that. But they will win like 27-6. But anyways, Mike Johnson, who you got between Philadelphia and the Giants?
Can't hear you.
I think you muted yourself, brother.
Oh, my bad. There you go. I'm taking the Giants because I absolutely.
Okay, we caught that part.
He said the Giants, so that works.
I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the 7. Taking the Giants by 10.
Nice. All right,
Neighbors is
Bistrella.
out. Singletary's out. Our left tackle's out. It's going to be a fucking bloodbath, bro.
Yeah, I have to go with Lenny on this one. Philadelphia. I'm surprised they got him at 3.
Giants fans are already wearing the paper bags.
No,
All right,
that's my team.
backer Ken.
I usually like picking the Giants, but with everybody that's out, there ain't no way in hell I'm picking them for this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's the Saquon Barkley revenge game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about your Giants are getting decimated. I don't care about that top 10 defense. Saquon's going to go nuts.
When somebody says they're taking the Giants, even the internet freezes in shock.
You know what? He's either going to go nuts or he's going to blow his ACL. There's no other way about it.
Yep.
All right, Will Vogel.
Eagles.
Keegan.
Philly.
All right, I took Philly as well. Las Vegas at the Rams. Now, I will say, this is the only team ranked worse than the Panthers because they lost to their bitch asses. It's the Raiders. Raiders versus Rams, battle of the 1-win teams. Who gets it? I'm going to start with Keegan.
Rams.
Will?
Oh, Rams.
Backer Ken.
Man, I want to be funny and pick the Raiders just because Devontae's gone and it somehow makes the team better. But every time I hear that they're the ones that lost to the Panthers, I ain't picking them for shit.
I'll go Rams.
Mike Johnson.
I'm going the Raiders.
Look at you.
Damn, he almost froze the internet again. Von
Hey, I'm just saying.
I'm going with the Rams.
I took the Rams as well. Is Stafford washed up?
I love.
The bad part is that Stafford is actually in top 5 in yardage this year, despite not having Puka and Kupp in the lineup.
I heard Kupp's trending up.
So you can't say he's washed. It's their defense not stopping anybody. They're a lot like the Raiders. You go in there and have a cold, the whole D-line falls over.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you sneeze. Carolina at Washington. Is anybody picking the Panthers?
Nope. Oh, hell no.
All right.
Jaden Daniels is about to lock up the MVP for the season in this game.
That would be insane.
John says McVay will win. All right. We got Kansas City going to San Francisco.
Oh, shit.
San Francisco, who just lost in their own house to the Cardinals, have to face off against Kansas City there.
And the referees.
And the refs are coming with them. Oh, and Taylor is in attendance.
Oh, yeah. So the Chiefs are going to win big time because
it's in San Francisco.
Yeah, but San Francisco's down another running back.
Yeah, they lost Mason.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, that sucked.
Hey, you want to hear a fun fact too, though, about Patrick Mahomes? He is 6-6 this year, touchdown interceptions, where Justin Fields is 10-1.
Yeah, that crazy. And yet Pittsburgh is making I don't get this. Pittsburgh is making Russell Wilson the starter, so you may
Yeah,
want to
that's just
change.
stupid.
You might want to change who you pick in that next game
Hey,
coming up.
but you want to know another fun fact about Patrick Mahomes?
He
What's
wins.
that?
Brittany pegs him.
Yeah, him and Taylor take turns between Kelsey and Mahomes.
Yep.
You know
It's
what?
like
If that's what it takes for him to win Super Bowls, I don't think anybody in Kansas City gives a fuck.
he ain't gonna win another one with that crazy bitch in the stand.
Keegan,
He's gonna just because of that crazy bitch. Because the NFL likes the publicity and all the extra
Guys,
money that bitch brings.
Uh,
Keegan,
I
Keegan.
think somehow it's Kansas City. Kansas City is going to stay undefeated until they actually go against a formidable team.
Yeah, and right now you can't say San Francisco's formidable. That Nick Sorensen defense is awful. They should hire Salah today.
I agree.
I agree too.
Is anybody picking San Francisco? Let's just do that.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with Chief Frog Throat.
John always comes up with the great stats. Mahomes is 3-0 all time versus San Francisco. Beat them twice in the Super Bowl. Mahomes averaged 340 passing yards, 37.7 points per game versus KC in his career. Andy is 8-3 off of bye week in K City, and Mahomes is 10-3 as an underdog all time.
So as much as I hated that cheeseburger loving fat fuck, he probably is one like top 3 best head coaches in history.
Agreed. New York Jets at Pittsburgh, and remember I said Russell Wilson is starting. Who you taking, Von Doom?
The Jets this week.
Mike Johnson, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Is Devontae Adams playing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm taking the Jets.
Estrella?
I'm taking Pittsburgh because the Jets ain't got no damn offensive line.
Packer backer Ken.
Yeah, I'm pulling the New York home team here. We're going Jets.
They're
New
not
Jersey.
home.
They're New York. Still
They're
in
New
the
Jersey.
name.
They're New Jersey. They play New Jersey, damn it.
No, they're playing in Pittsburgh.
Well, I know that. Yeah.
No, he just likes to give them shit because they play in Jersey.
They play in Jersey.
Right.
They
What they
played
do.
in the fucking polo grounds in freaking New York for the longest time. And then when
Yeah.
they were trying to
They
get
don't do
freaking
that
waterfront
now.
property right there on the river, they couldn't afford it with the shit. The people there would not openly sell enough land to build the stadium, so they had to go across the river.
I'm going to
Well,
say
no-
under because Adams is coming off of a hammy and he might blow it out again. But anyways, Will,
I'm going to take the aerial vehicles.
oh, the Jets, okay.
The aerial vehicles.
That was like the gayest way to say that, Will.
Shut the hell up, Von Doom. At least I don't
Egan?
call the Giants. At least I don't call the Giants the Nats.
I got Jets.
All
Why would
right.
you call them the Nats? That's dumb.
I'm only taking them because they're at home. I don't care if it's Russell Wilson. That defense is nasty. I'm taking the Steelers.
That defense is nasty, but I find Russell Wilson fucking it up somehow.
Yep.
He can fuck it up, but I think that Pittsburgh defense is going to fuck Aaron Rodgers so much that you're going to have
No.
to see Tyrod Taylor.
Aaron Rodgers is going to have a resurgence with Devontae coming back. Russ is going to throw 3 picks in the first half and have a $127 in the third quarter.
Robert Wardell in the chat. Welcome to the show. I'm from Secaucus. The Meadowlands is in New Jersey. We claim the Jets, the Giants, and the Statue of Liberty.
Robert, I'm from Jersey too, buddy, but it's still the freaking New York Giants. The Jets were the New Jersey Titans to start, so I give us them. We can have those bastards. The Giants started
So
in New York.
we got the Baltimore Ravens going to Tampon Bay. And yes, Tampon Bay just lost a close game, but their defense is still
No, they didn't.
legit. Oh,
They
did they
won.
come back and win that?
Yes,
Oh, no,
they
they
did.
blew them out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
could
blew them
drop
out.
50 fucking points on them with 3 interceptions.
It looked like they were losing. I stopped watching the game. That's why. But anyways, Baltimore at Tampa Bay. Baltimore has been an up and down team this year. I don't know what to make of them. Who you taking, Von Doom?
I'm going with Tampa Bay in a close game, not a blowout.
Mike?
I'm taking Tampa Bay. Baker's playing the best ball of his life right now.
Bistrilla.
I'm taking Baltimore until you stop Lamar and Henry. You ain't beating him.
Yeah.
Why is Tampa Bay named Tampa Bay? Because it's on Tampa Bay in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh my
What
god.
the hell?
But anyway, that's the only thing I can give you. I don't know any other reason that other than the fact that it's the city on the bay named Tampa Bay.
We call him Tampon Bay, though. You know.
Yeah. Smoking Dad calls him Tampon Bay. That's where that came from. We haven't seen him tonight. Where's he?
Yeah, where's he been at? Yeah.
No music, that's why.
Oh.
It is
Hey,
October. I
all
guess
of
you get
us
some
did it
weird
except
shit
for
with weird
Von
things.
Doom.
So
Bum.
But they call the city Tampa Bay. Ooh, nice. Well, who you got there, Packer Ken?
It's Tampa Bay and who?
Baltimore.
Ravens.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
Tampa.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore. That they're gonna have Henry running all over them.
I want to see Henry come up the middle on Vita Vea all game.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
funny.
because he's back healthy. But
Oh,
anyways,
he is
we'll
back
vote.
healthy.
I'll take Tampa.
Keegan.
I think Cincinnati showed us how to beat Baltimore, and they
Oh.
couldn't do it in the second half. So I got Baltimore.
But they didn't win the game, so.
I took Tampa Bay.
Baltimore's defense isn't a Baltimore defense this year. They've been playing like shit, letting up way more yards and points than before. Doesn't look like they've been able to adjust to losing Patrick Queen in the middle.
They haven't.
Yeah.
They
LA
can sign
Chargers,
Devin White.
Arizona, who just pulled off the miracle win in and up there in San Francisco. Who you taking between the Chargers and Arizona, Keegan?
Zona.
All right. Well,
Damn. Zona. Arizona.
MHJ is out with a concussion too.
yep. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out with a concussion after last week. Ken.
Yeah, before I knew that he was still out with the concussion, I would have went with Arizona, but I'm going Chargers in this.
We haven't done that one, Robert Waddell. We saved the NFC North matchups for the end of the show. Bistrella.
Yeah, I got the Chargers on this one because Jim said he's going to die on the field before he does anything. Die! You want to see a coach that does that.
Mike Johnson, who you got?
I'm going with the Bolts.
All right, Von Doom.
I'm going to go with the Chargers and B. I heard that once before from a coach. That man's name was Joe Paterno.
Well, he's a pedophile. That's a difference.
He was not.
Yeah,
His
he
fucking
wasn't.
assistant was.
He just protected a pedophile.
Right,
Uh-huh.
that's what it was.
That
Same
motherfucker watched the tapes too.
I went LA Chargers as well. That being
You watch
said,
somebody commit a murder,
to,
you're still assisting it basically. So
we're going to talk about that other team in the northern part. The Ford Field North up there. The Houston Texans are going to play against the Green Bay Packers. Who you got, Von Doom?
Ooh. This one actually hurts me because I love the Texans. I love C.J. Stroud, and it's going to be the fucking Packers.
All right. Minnesota. Minnesota Mike, what you got?
The Texans are gonna walk the Green Bay Packers. CJ's, bro, mark my words. Let's write it down. Let's take some side bets. Houston Texans 32, Green Bay 21.
Ooh. No,
Hey,
no, I'm
Strella.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston.
That a boy. Fucking love you, bro.
I'm going to skip you for a second, Ken. Will.
Nico Collins is
Ken,
still out.
you're an awesome dude, but I got the Texans.
Didn't bother him last
winning
game.
big.
Didn't bother him last game because Tank Dell was there.
Packers defense is
Texans
better.
big.
Nah.
That a boy.
Yes, Mixon is back, actually.
Uh-huh.
And Damian Pierce.
And
Yep.
Mixon had a huge fucking game receiving and rushing.
Yep.
Keegan.
FTP. I take Houston.
That a boy.
All right. Packer backer Ken, it's to you.
Oh yeah, and
He's picking Houston.
we all know I'm going straight for Green Bay. There ain't no way in hell C.J. Stroud is going to go and kick Green Bay's ass. He's going
I
to
thought
be
you
the
were
one.
a Vikings fan.
Yeah. I thought you were a big
I mean,
I
that's
was
what
just
the
like,
picture says. The
why
picture
you
says
riding
you're
on
a
the
Viking
lion?
fan.
+1 for Will on that one. Thanks for bringing that up, Gotti.
JB, that's damn near racist right there. Not all fat white guys with beards look alike.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
The fuck we don't. Me and Ken can pass for brothers, and I've never met this dude in my life.
Oh, this is great.
I mean, high cheekbones and the beard. I see your point.
I mean, the
The
weight
lack
resemblance.
of melanin, gotcha.
So
Y'all are shaped. You guys were
said,
shaped
you said
exactly
Houston
the same.
is kicking your ass. That's what I heard, right?
Well, you heard that the Texans are going to get absolutely destroyed on the field, and Love's going to have another monster game. Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
that ain't gonna happen.
I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a
They're not
monster.
playing Arizona.
I'm telling you right now, Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter are gonna plant that motherfucker like a tulip in a field.
Orlando.
Getting past Zach Tom to do it.
Mike just can't say that Houston's is gonna win. He's got to put all the explicitness to it too.
I'm gonna fucking let you know.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Just had a
Orlando.
chicken wing in your beard.
It'd be funny if they checked it. And, oh yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
It was my snuff can. My bad.
I will admit this. Both defenses have been very stingy and been taking away. The only guy that gets cooked on Green Bay lately is Jair Alexander.
He's been very up and down this year. I will give that, but you do get some of the old.
He's so
Alexander.
overrated. That dude is so overrated.
Yeah, but they're the best safety in football
maybe
out there,
now.
McKinney.
I was going to say maybe now.
You got to be playing actually to be even rated, and that
Drum
dude
roll,
can't stand
please.
the damn field.
Because I'm going to give my pick. Drum roll.
Yeah.
Fuck the Packers.
Packers win on a last-second pick six by McKinney. I'm calling it.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
I'm going to say that McKinney gets
You said
well on
something.
his ass as Tank Dell runs over him.
Ex-Giant like her.
Tank Dell could not possibly run over Xavier McKinney.
He's ran over some other bigger guys before.
I
Don't
was
tell
going
me
to
he
say.
hasn't.
He doesn't run over him. He just run by him.
Yeah, he might possibly get something on McKinney running him over because I have seen McKinney get pushed back a little bit. It's not often, but Bullard standing right next to him is going to knock his head right off.
Well, you can't hit something you can't catch. So
Von Dune, I'm gonna invite you down here, and I'm gonna take you to Reliant, and I'm gonna let you go to a game there and watch this team, other than on the television, and you will change your mind about how the Houston Texans are.
How am I going to change my mind about the Texans? I love the Houston Texans, dude.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I still have my original David Carr jersey and hat when they first drafted him first overall.
oh, well, I'm so sorry for that.
I'm sorry, I got rid of mine. So
David
right.
Carr, that guy was a national treasure. You guys just didn't protect his ass down there at all.
Now we're to the 1 o'clock, and it's already being claimed by Fox as their game of the week. At 1 o'clock at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota, we have the mighty Detroit Lions facing off the undefeated Minnesota Vikings.
Have we
Von
done the
Doom.
Monday night games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did them.
Sorry, can't think straight.
Lay off the pipe, Will.
It's
okay.
from being a Panthers fan, it's starting to eat into his brain.
Yeah, a little bit.
Von Doom, who you
Could
got?
be.
Minnesota Vikings in a very close shootout.
Mike Johnson.
No, me and you go last, Jeremy.
Just do your own. Do your pick.
It's going to be a close game, Jeremy, and with as many injuries as the Vikings have on the injury report and everything else, I'm going to take the Lions by 3.
Wow. What a
Beach
shitty
Fella.
fan.
What a shitty.
So that's a Giants fan that hopes they lose every game in the season. Okay.
That is a great fan looking for a fucking franchise quarterback and not an overpaid fucking piece of glass.
Oh, whatever.
Packer
Spin it the way you want to spin it. Be 0-16 and then come back to me. Anyway.
Now,
I don't think my team could ever be that bad.
Oh, that's right. I didn't get beat.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, you got, it's New York. No New York team can be that bad because, you're in New York.
Because they'll get killed in New York if they were that bad. They would legitimately.
That's what I'm saying. 1 in 15 would get you killed. I'm picking the Lions. I have respect for Minnesota, but until they beat the Lions, I'm gonna go Lions.
Backer Ken.
Now, since when I've picked for the Vikings to lose, they win. When I pick for them to win, they win. So I'm not picking anybody this time, and we're gonna end up seeing who ends up coming out with the victory here.
Put the picture
Wow,
back
he's
up.
going no decision. Got it.
Wow,
Yep.
the Vikings fan goes no decision.
No. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, the Vikings fan won't pick a team. That's right. Here he is.
Ken,
That's the real reason right there.
you have it wrong, Ken. When it comes down to something like that, you root for the Meteor to take them both the fuck out.
There you go. That's, you know what? I like that idea. I'm changing my pick to the Meteor to win by 20.
All right. Will Vogel.
This one's for Hutch, baby. They're gonna be hungry. I got the Lions.
Trade the 6th round.
JB.
There goes.
If that would happen, if that would happen, the deal would have already been done. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Keegan.
Honestly, Minnesota hasn't played a decent team except for the Texans.
They played San Francisco.
Well, all they were missing.
They played a top 10 defense
played
in the
Green
Giants,
Bay.
so where's that?
Yeah.
They played Green Bay. They played the Texans. They played San Francisco. They played some decent teams.
They beat the shit out of the Giants, but everybody beats the Giants after.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Not by much, buddy.
They
Minnesota
beat
whooped
some
their
lower
ass.
teams and some mid teams. Honestly, San Fran, up and down. Green Bay, up and down too. Texans, I feel like they're a step ahead of all those teams right now. So honestly, this is the first game that the Vikings are actually playing against a complete team.
Well, no, not complete.
Not
They
no
don't have
more.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Almost a complete team.
Wow.
Sorry,
Almost a
guys.
complete team. So I gotta take the Lions.
Come on, Keegan.
Hey,
Don't
I
take the
even
Vikings
had-
fan down.
I had to correct them a little bit there because we don't have a whole team though.
So what do you think?
But your opinion still counts, Keegan. Don't worry about it, man.
He said Lions.
I think Adrian Peterson has a good game. Who's retired? Oh, and the views and opinions of Jeremy Volrick Jr. does not reflect that of me cat fighting with the Motor City Lions, nor I smoking Jeremy B. Nor is he actually my kid. That being said, I think the loss of Aiden Hutchinson hurts a lot. I think AG did scheme up a good defense after Hutchinson was hurt. We saw sacks, we saw stops, we saw turnovers still in that Dallas game when they could have just laid down and let Dak come back. and we didn't see that. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's a shootout. I really do. 21-18 type of shootout. I'm putting the curse of the greenie pick on here. I'm picking Minnesota because I want them to lose. I'm giving them the KOD.
If they win, I am 100% telling JB he is no longer allowed to be a Lions fan. He has to support the Packers the rest of the season.
Yeah, we're gonna dress him up in the
Yeah,
Minnesota
I call
Viking
bullshit.
jersey.
Hey, I'm going for the kiss of death pick. I said it.
Why do you think I did
Kiss of death.
it?
I get that reference.
Yeah, and my
Whatever.
prior call was whatever team has the ball last wins. I did say that. They're going to win on a field goal.
Yeah.
You know, you
Von
just broke the
Dune's-
internet.
Von Dune,
I know. I heard
when the
everybody's
show
feelings
ends-
there.
Von
Fucking
Dune, when the
Beastrella.
show ends,
You heard my feelings.
I-
You can pick whoever you want to pick.
Beastrella just turned
Von
fucking
Dune, when the
pasty
show
white.
ends, I have a question.
Everybody
for
just
You know
went,
what?
Wow.
This is. Hey, you do what you gotta do, bro. If you think that's gonna help you, whatever.
I'm trying to help the Lions.
The best part of this show is we didn't have to talk about the Chicago Bears because they don't play anybody. The bye week's gonna kick their ass.
They're still gonna fucking lose this week.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're-
The bye week's gonna kick their ass.
And I even said before I made the pick, I'm going for the greenie kiss of death.
Yep.
But I do think 21-18 is probably what that final score will be.
James is just. You say it's some silly ass shit.
Yeah, I know. It is that time where I have to go through the sponsors, and we all know the last place team goes first. FTP is block the Packers. Say it there, Leonard.
I don't have to say it; it's written on my bio.
Leonard must not be paying attention. What else is new?
I was yelling at the kids. Shut up.
Oh,
fuck the Packers.
There we go. Got to hear it Jay-Z style. Fuck the Bears in third place, and they'll remain there because they're not playing.
Look at that toilet seat.
JB, my wife wants to know if you're in the bathroom because you sound funny.
Yeah.
God, is that you? God, is that you?
Well, it was only funny when it actually happened.
Oh.
And it was fucking hysterical.
Now you got to make. And of course, we have the mighty Lions, and last but not least,
Oh,
at 5-0, they can get goal bug.
You know that there would be memes of fuck the Lions, but it only became relevant about 3 years ago.
Hey,
That's
there
fine.
are. I have them.
That being said, back when Leonard first met me, we were doing a show with We Are Lions Nation when I first got into podcasting. I literally put in the back chat of the show on StreamYard, hey, I got to use the bathroom. Don't go to me yet. I'm mid-log on the toilet in a cement outhouse with a cathedral ceiling. And this motherfucker goes, hey, JB, what's your take on it? I start speaking and I said, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. And that echo's going. And one of our guests, his buddy Nicholas Plant, right? Is that who it was at the time?
Yes, it was.
He goes, God, is that you?
yes, my child. Don't do drugs.
Oh no, God's telling you to do all the drugs.
Yeah, true.
He was dropping a Packer, and he sure enough gets called on.
Why? My team's been shit for most of their history.
Well, I know, but there was a time through the 70s
Well,
and 80s when everybody dog walked the Packers.
Yeah, but thankfully
Don
that
the
was a
Magic
super long time.
Man Mikowski, Tony Mandarich.
Hey, Magic Man wasn't terrible.
Isn't it
But he
funny?
wasn't good.
But isn't it funny how history is going to repeat itself?
What, that the Vikings will lose another Super Bowl if they get to one?
Fuck you, Ken.
Oh.
You fucking teed me right up for that one, buddy.
Yeah, Mike, you should kind of just kick yourself in the nuts for even going there.
Yeah, I know.
That being said, we are going to go this route. My sponsor that pays me, right at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Stop in and check us out. $45 and up for the used tires, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call to get your quote. 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. Mention this ad and you get $10 off unless your name is James Burgess, because he was the guy that won the 500 subscriber drawing.
Oh, speaking of sweepstakes and drawings, I entered into a Reliant sweepstakes with my power company, and I won a.
We heard a jersey.
Yeah, I won a Houston Team Rush jersey and 2 tickets to an autograph session at Reliant.
Who's
That's
the
awesome.
Ooh,
Awesome.
that'll be
How
fun,
many-
dude.
Which
my,
players are going to be there?
best-
That's it. I'm probably going to get some practice squad players and D'Amico Ryans.
My best friend's cousin worked for the Texans last year. We got to go on the field for the Panthers Texans game. We got sideline passes. I actually got to get pictures with Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and John Mechie III.
Right on.
You know, it's perfect, Mike, that you happen to mention D'Amico Ryans. He's just said that within the past day or two that Jordan Love is going to be the best quarterback he's seen so far this season.
Is this Sonia?
He was.
Yep.
I
Can you
saw him
guys
smoke
see me?
something
We
when he
see
was saying
you.
that.
Let me
Yeah,
fix
I
your
decided
name
to
for you.
bust up in here on y'all. Some winners.
I love. Hey, how you doing?
Hi guys. I just want to say hi real quick because I never say hi anymore. You guys, y'all know I'm in law school now, so I never have extra time.
Right. And I wanted to say you were doing an admirable job earlier with Mac and the boys, even though they
Thank
ignored you half
you.
the time.
Yeah, y'all are so awesome. How's everybody been doing?
Good.
Good.
So
Working
instead of
a lot,
ignoring
but
you, I'm
good.
actually going to get your take on a few games. I went through
Awesome.
the whole list with everybody. We already did ours. Would you like to give yours?
Yeah, I certainly will. Why does it keep telling me I'm on an unresponsive page? Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're true.
certainly will. I don't know what's going on, but as long as you guys can see and hear me, that's awesome. So everybody, I'm Sonia. I host Prim and Proper Sports, and I'm on the network with these amazing gentlemen. And so just fire away the questions. I have about 10 minutes I can chat
Okay.
before I have to go back to studying.
Denver at New Orleans.
What's your retainer?
So I can't set that yet because I have to sit for the bar. So for now, it's free.
Perfect.
All right. So what you guys want me to pick on?
Denver versus New Orleans.
Oh, let me tell you, that is a reunion waiting to happen. Sean Payton, former coach of the New Orleans Saints, is going to be getting a depleted New Orleans Saints thanks to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield, who literally turned the oven on and uh, just incinerated that entire team. And so they are busted and disgusted. They're going to be having Spencer Rattler at the helm again. Of course, Derek.
Oh, she went out.
Here. For some reason you're muted. Just a second. Let me see if I can fix that. We lost your sound there, sweet. Oh, there it is. There.
No 10 minutes of silence.
Yeah, I don't know
You
why.
want 10 minutes of silence?
There. Is it going yet?
No.
No.
She said she'll be back.
Once she
Yep.
finds out you muted her, bro, she's gonna be pissed.
Hey, I didn't. I was trying to fix it. It said it was muted on her end.
That's probably that.
That's the first time. It's the first time that the woman's been quiet that long in a long time.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Where's your wife at?
In the other room.
She's married and trying to become a lawyer. I'm happy.
You know they got them ears. You know they can hear stuff.
I know. She probably
Yeah,
she probably got text to talk.
Her speakers were working just fine, people.
Right.
Hey
God
guys,
bless
you
The
realize
next
something.
next kitchen action we're going to hear from coming over there from Mike is pots and pans going upside his head.
You guys realize
He
something?
pops right back.
We made it to the end of the sponsors.
Yeah.
Ken the Packerbacker didn't shut down the show.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey, I had
You gotta
one
live-
day
gotta
where
live
I
it
was
down.
that bad.
There she is.
Yep.
Can we hear you now?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
There you. Yep, we can hear you.
There we go.
I was doing
Is
so
it?
well. I don't even know
Yeah,
where
I
I cut
know.
off
Okay.
at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the-
don't know
the
either.
Broncos and the
All of a
Saints.
sudden it said you were gone.
Yeah, you
Broncos
guys
and
didn't hear
Saints.
any of my analogy?
No,
We
it
saw-
started,
heard
you
some
started
of it.
talking. All I saw was your lips moving, hon.
Okay, no. So this is what it is. So thanks guys for having me back. First of all, Spencer Rattler at the helm minus a Derek Carr. This is a reunion waiting to happen. Sean Payton, the former coach of New Orleans Saints, they're going in depleted thanks to Baker Mayfield and his absolute broiling of them last week. Baker baked and incinerated the Saints. Chris Olave's out as well. Derek Carr, of course, has already been out. This team is a shamble of what they once were on both sides of the ball. And then they're going to be facing their former coach who knows New Orleans plays no better because he was one of the franchise people with that organization for such a very long time. There is absolutely no way. Plus, Denver looked good in their last matchup. They're going to get this one done. Saints are probably going to get marched all over to the tune of a double beat drum once again. Get ready for another blowout. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is in Mile High City. Is it correct? Am I correct?
No, it's in
No,
Saints. It's Saints.
It's in Saints. Even worse, they're
yeah.
going to get embarrassed at home. All right, next game.
New England at Jacksonville.
New England still is acclimating to whoever their quarterback is going to be. I don't think Drake May has acclimated enough into the NFL to get them where they need to be. And so, with that being said, Trevor Lawrence, they paid him all this money. It's time for him to step up and show himself as to who he can be. Should be a no-brainer, but Jayville Duval should get it done.
Now, why are you giving it the crappy games? Just give her the
Okay.
Give her the good ones.
Detroit at Minnesota.
Oh, that's going to be a great one. NFC North matchup. The current undefeated NFC team, lone NFC team, Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold and company. Defense looking absolutely stellar. This is going to be a show and prove game because Detroit arguably is one of the best teams in the league right now, even though they have already lost the game. The verdict is out, and I'm telling you that is a very difficult one. But Dan Campbell and those Lions are still very hungry. I have no issue with seeing them giving the Vikings their first loss in the game.
Can we mute her?
And then now the next, I think this is like the next best game of the week. It's Houston at Green Bay.
Houston at Green Bay, you got CJ versus Jordan Love. Jordan Love definitely taking on all the best teachings that Aaron Rodgers left before he lost his darn mind. Green Bay looks good. I'm going to say that CJ is probably going to take this L on this one because Green Bay is solid. They're a complete team. This is going to be definitely another game of the week. D'Amico Ryan is definitely coming into his own with getting the new attritions to that team. But is that game in Texas or is it in Green Bay?
It's in Green
Bay.
It's in
I think
Lambeau.
the weather's going to be a factor, guys. We're seeing some chilly temperatures across the board, and I'm pretty sure it's cold up there. I think that may be a determining factor in helping it, but it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be 3 points or less when it comes down to it.
Hang on. So right now in Houston, where I live, it's in the 40s. The roof is open. They're practicing outside. They're acclimating to going to Green Bay.
Okay, well, hey, there you have it. The only thing is it could be in the 40s here, but negative 40 in Green Bay. So there's a little
Well,
bit
it
of a
ain't quite
difference
that
there.
cold, but yeah, there usually is.
Just
There's a
remember,
little more
C.J. Stroud
climate
played at
there.
Ohio State too.
Thank
Yes,
you
he
very
did.
much.
Well,
OH.
I'm glad you
And
guys are trying to get me to sway my vote.
Stop, Mike. I
I
wasn't trying to
love
give you all that.
CJ. I love CJ. I think he's awesome. But I just think Jordan Love and them are the more complete team.
and now we got a team that is undefeated in the AFC heading west to where they seem to have this team's number because they're 3-0 versus them recently. It's Kansas City Refs versus the 49ers.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to the injury report on that one. The 49ers have not looked the same since McCaffrey's been out. Just shows you how much they really put that team on his back. Same as when he was in Carolina. Teams just tend to put the force and the weight of the entire organization on his back. He's out right now with some type of Achilles
ACL
injuries,
issue.
some ACLs in both legs. Brock Purdy does look good. They also have Debo Samuel. They have an arsenal of weapons. But let's be honest, as much as I would like Patty Mayonnaise, aka Gonzo, to take this L, I just don't think they're going to take this L against the 49ers this early in the season. Kansas City is hot, and I've seen them come back from some deficits. And I think this is going to be one of the ones that comes down to who's the more injured team. And right now it's going to be San Francisco.
And then Monday night, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Raymond James Stadium that just basically, they just got the boat put back on top of it after the Hurricanes got done.
Oh, wow. They're playing Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, especially if Baker plays lights out like he just did against New Orleans. But I will tell you, even though I'm not one of the emotional point, the fact that they're returning home, Tampa has been on the road for 2 weeks because they evacuated prior to the New Orleans game. Their families have had to go out and stay at these, in New Orleans, basically to escape the storm. This is going to be Tampa was devastated, like naturally devastated. A lot of people are still missing. A lot of infrastructures have been destroyed. I think that might be a mental element when they return and see just how bad Tampa has been destroyed. And just that whole emotional factor may be enough that it would weigh on them. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, about 20 pounds lighter than he was last season coming in. He's faster, he's quicker. He has King Henry from the Titans up there now, Derrick Henry, to help him get rid of any other. And I think they just picked up somebody else. I can't remember the guy's name off the rip, but Baltimore is looking solid 10 toes down on this one. You add all of that in, it's probably going to be about a 6-point deficit, but Tampa Bay is going to take that L.
You talking about Ngakwe?
That's who it is. Thank you.
Yannick Ngakoue, yeah, they just signed him to their practice squad.
Yep.
I think Tampa Bay's coming in high on emotion. They're going to win one for the city.
I thought about that too, but then you got to think about it could go either way when you look at that, but then it just depends on what is damaged for them personally.
No, I mean you got to look if they just put the boat back up. Look at what New Orleans done after Katrina, and they came back and absolutely demolished that first game. I think this is a heartfelt W for Tampa Bay at home for a devastated and depleted city. They're winning one from T.
Well, I will say this, not Hurricane Milton, but Hurricane Helene impacted the areas right outside Charlotte, and we still took an L. So it could go either way. Like there's hundreds of people still missing in the North Carolina mountains right now, and that's like an hour and a half from Charlotte. So those areas are, and I'm from North Carolina, so I know, and I mean Tampa, yes, that's directly in their city. That may sway them. But then it depends. Some people can't shake, like if you don't know what they're returning home to, what their personal belongings look like. And sometimes that could be enough to get you out of your element.
I get that. But
I don't even want to make that comparison because Milton went down to a Cat 1 by the time it made landfall. It was more the tornadoes that did the damage in Florida than it was the hurricane. Katrina devastated Louisiana in that shoreline. It was a Cat 5. You're talking about they couldn't even get into the city of New Orleans to get everybody off the rooftop for 2 weeks. So there's a big difference there.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, Hurricane Matthew back in 2018 flooded out my hometown area. Like we were on Good Morning America in canoes because we're like an hour from Myrtle Beach, and that the wind and the surf, all of that, the storm surge is what got us. Just like the North Carolina mountains are affected now, it's the rivers cresting, and so these natural disasters are quite a bit. They equal the same amount, and to this day, like it's 2024, I go home, I still see people's stuff that's out where they never were compensated fully to rebuild what they lost. So same way when you go to New Orleans, that's been like almost 20 years, and you go out there, you can still see where some of the flood lines were because I've been out there and I've seen it.
So
Yeah,
in the Bayou City in New Orleans, like you were saying, there's still whole neighborhoods that absolutely
Yep.
have not been rebuilt. And to
Yep.
answer your question, Jay, Katrina absolutely would demolish Milton as far as hurricane power. You're going a Cat 3 versus a Cat 5. A Cat 5 will absolutely destroy whole cities and towns and whole parishes.
right.
And regardless of all that, Milton and Katrina, I mean, there's just loss of life, period, and people don't know, like Sonia said, people are still lost out there. Things are still destroyed. I mean, you got to feel for those folks. Being in that, it's a disaster, no matter which way it is.
Yep.
Yes.
So
And
prayers go out to everybody out there.
my
Definitely.
direction was to say my thoughts and prayers are with the ones that lost loved ones and haven't found them, and the ones that know their loved ones are gone. But first and foremost, if you want to donate, go to florida.org to help out the Milton survivors and donate directly to the state fund that goes directly to their survivors. FEMA is out of money and they do not take donations. Do
Yep.
not send your money to FEMA. If you want to spend belongings, such as furniture or clothes, make sure you go through your local American Red Cross.
Yep. In North Carolina, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, guys. Well, is that all the picks you wanted me to pick for tonight?
Yes, dear. I'm happy you showed up. We had just finished going through the whole slate of games. I
You
figured
guys
I'd
are
go,
awesome.
and
You
it was
sure?
a pleasure to have you for the first time. And anytime you're done with your show and you want to join this, feel free to hop in because we
Yes, I
always run
will.
past 10 o'clock.
And any of you guys too, Jeremy, I got to get you to get back on my show again. And y'all Green Bay folks and Lions folks, I've been wanting you guys to come on my show. So you see the handle, just send me a message on Facebook or whatever. I'd love to have you all on. I'm down to 2 days a week now, Wednesday and Fridays, 9 Eastern, because of
And that's
school. But
right when I
you can
am
always
too, because of your
pre-record. We can
school. And
always
that's why we were talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can do Fridays.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
100%. He can.
So
He can be on.
I wasn't invited. She only picked the two
You
worst
are
teams
who?
in
What team are
NFC North.
you?
He's
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh no, even better. Skull.
Yeah, we forget about him all the time.
Go. Nah,
And
I was
Ohio State fan on top of it.
oh no, I just had an Ohio State fan on my show like an hour ago. So no, you are
I'm
invited.
so hurt for you.
So definitely, I have my all things football from a lady's perspective on Facebook. You can message that or message me, Sonia Pearson. That's my whole name. Just like SONJA, and I check all my messages. And Jeremy knows how to link up with me. So
Yep.
I gotta go study, guys. It's been fun. I hope you guys stay safe. Have a good
It's
night.
nice to meet you,
Awful.
Sonia.
Nice to meet you guys too. Thanks for having
But
me on.
I
Hey,
want
good
to
night.
say before you leave the same thing I say to everybody here and all my fans. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. Have a blessed